Good afternoon, student. Now I am going to start the lesson. We have been reading English for many days and we have completed unit 1, 2 and we are running in unit 3. Alright. Okay. My dear students, you have learned paragraph writing, okay, or you can say you have read how to solve the passages, different questions related to passages. Today turn is grammar. In unit 3 there is a grammar section and we are going to study grammar. Alright. So in grammar we are going to read voice, active and passive voice. My dear students, what is active voice? Let me know. Okay, what is active voice? Okay, first of all you must see in the sentence, in the sentence, in assertive sentence, what we find subject, verb, object. Okay, sometimes we find subject, verb and some other words, okay, maybe determinant, okay, maybe other nouns, etc. Alright. So and we must need subject and verb and object to change the sentence into passive form. Alright. My dear students, you must be clear about the things what I am saying, okay. Just like when there is subject, verb, object, this sentence can be changed into passive form, okay. In our writings, okay, in our day to day writing we have seen some sentences are active, some are passive, alright, some are active, some are passive. So these writings are very common in English, okay. So how to find, so these things we are going to learn today, alright. So let's see subject, verb and object, okay, subject, verb and object. This thing, three things we must know here and we are going to start from assertive sentence, alright. So sentence having SVO pattern, okay, and here what is active? Then let me define what is active form, what is active voice. When we focus on subject, when the sentence focus on subject, that sentence is called active. In active sentence subject does the work, subject is important, okay. In passive form the object is important, as if object receive the performance of the subject, alright. And all the time in passive voice we don't use by, okay, by preposition is not used, sometimes we use to, sometimes with and by, okay. Now my dear students, you can see when we read the voice you must know about the tense, you must know about the change of pronoun, okay, you must know about the sentence, which sentence you are going to change, alright, which sentence you are going to change, whether it is assertive, whether it is imperative, whether it is interrogative, which sentence is this, you must identify, okay. So when you identify the sentence it is very easy, okay. Suppose I have written, I am going from simple present tense, okay, just like Sita writes a story. Sita is subject, you can see Sita is subject, Sita subject, writes verb. What is verb? Action word. Verb is action word, okay. Two types of verbs, transitive verb, intransitive verb. Here in the voice we are learning, these verbs takes an object to complete in meaning, it is transitive. If the verbs does not take an object to complete in meaning, it is intransitive. My dear students, you must find out all the sentences in English they cannot be changed into passive, okay. All the sentences in English they cannot change into passive. Look at here, because of this structure, okay. While changing or when we change into passive there must be subject, verb and object. And object are also two types, direct object, indirect object, okay, direct object, indirect object. Sometimes we find two objects in the sentence, that I will tell you later. First you see Sita writes a story, okay, a story is written by Sita. First you have to identify subject is there or not in sentence, verb in which form it is, present tense, past tense, future tense or present perfect, past perfect, present continuous in which it is simple present. Yeah, it comes with yes or yes with the main verb. She writes a story. So here what we have to see, a story is written by Sita. A story is written by Sita. And my dear students, you have to know about when the first this active is positive, passive also positive. When active is negative, passive also negative. That I will tell you later. My dear students, you see, now you can see the slide also. Slide 1. Look at here, slide 1. What is there in slide, my dear students? Active and passive voice. Voice. Active. What subject does is active. Passive, the focus is on action. Passive focus on an action. Active, Ram killed Raman. Passive, Raman was killed by Ram. Here you have to see, Ram is subject, killed is verb, Raman is an object, and killed is in past form. That's why we have to write, we have to change the subject and object. Yeah, while changing into passive, subject and object should be changed, interchange. Okay, so what is there? There must be change. Just like Raman, it is in past tense. That's why was, where plus B3 by plus it becomes the objects there. So Raman was killed by Ram. It is now passive form. My dear students, Ram killed Raman. It is active. Raman was killed by Ram. You must notice the verb in which it is present tense, past tense, future tense, or other branches of tense. All right. So this is one. Okay. What subject does? Yeah. If subject is important, here doer. Doer is important. My dear student, doer. Subject means doer. Okay. Now in active voice, the doer is active. The doer is important. Yes. In passive voice, the action, work is important. Performance is important. Okay. Now my dear students. Okay. So slide 2. Please slide 2. Yes. What is passive voice? In active voice, the subject performs the action. Example, John hit the ball. In active voice, the subject performs the action. Example, John hit the ball. In passive voice, the action is performed on the subject. The subject received the action. Look at here. The ball was hit. It is in past tense. John hit the ball. The ball was hit over the fence. Okay. Over the fence. You can add other remaining one, but remaining is not there. Yeah. Main thing is the ball was hit. The ball was hit by John over the fence. Remaining you can write. Next slide. Next slide. Yes. Just like tense, active, passive is given. Okay. Tense, active, passive. All right. Tense is given and active and passive is given. Yeah. Simple present, present continuous, simple past, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, future, simple future, future, be plus going to, modal verb. These are here. Okay. What should be done? It's just like I am, it is present. So I make a cake is made. I am making a cake, it is present continuous. A cake is being word is used here, B3. That's why. Okay. Now, so my dear students, you look at me here in the board. I will teach you later. Again, I will show you. You come, look at me. Just like you can see, when the sentence is positive, you should change the sentence into positive verb. In passive also. Just like Sita writes a story. A story is written by Sita. It is in simple present tense. All right. It is in simple present tense. Now, next, an essay is written by her. She writes an essay. An essay is written by her. It is also in simple present tense. Subject plus B1 oblique B5 plus an object. Okay. So we can write an essay is written by her. Okay. An essay is written by her. Okay. My dear students, you see, you must know about the transitive verb, intransitive verb also. The verb which takes an object to complete its meaning, it is transitive. Intransitive, the verb which does not take an object to complete its meaning, intransitive. Okay. Here we can see in tense generally what is there, in simple present tense 3 tenses there can be used change into passive, just like simple present, present continuous, present perfect only. In simple past, past continuous, past perfect. In simple future 2 only, the 4 branches but 2 only can be changed into passive, just like simple future and future perfect only. Future continuous and future perfect continuous, they are not changed into passive. Okay. Now only 2 branches are changed into simple future or future tense, simple future, future perfect, my dear students. Okay, this is, and you have to see, you see here what is here, nobody writes a letter, it is subject, subject is not identified, nobody, Ram, Gita, Sam, not identified, nobody. It is positive or negative, my dear students, it is negative, it is negative. Okay, nobody writes a letter, it is negative. Okay, a letter is not written, we don't write by nobody. Why here? This is not identified. Okay, it is not identified, that's why we don't write here, up to here only. B3 it is, we have to change this main verb into past participle, B3, past participle, it means B3. Present participle means B4, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. There are 5 forms of the verb, my dear student, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. Okay, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. Okay, in B4 you can see all ing form, in B5 yes or es, in B1 pure verb go, go, went, gone, going, goes, go, went, gone, going, goes. Yeah, writes, write, writing, no, write, wrote, written, writing, writes. All right, yes. Now forms of the verbs, you must know about the B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. Okay, this if you learn this, then you can understand very easily. Okay, so main thing is verb, my dear student. Verb, what is verb? If somebody asks you a question, verb is an action word. Verb shows the action. I am teaching, yeah, I am writing, writing shows the action. I am painting on the wall, I am painting the pictures. This verb shows the action. Verb is an action word. Subject is a do, is subject shows the doer. Yeah, subject, verb, object. 3 things are very important while reading the active and passive voice, my dear students. Okay, so in present continuous tense, simple present and present continuous tense, how we can change into passive form, my dear students, you see. Okay, present continuous tense, you can see when you change into present continuous, passive, first you have to say exchange the subject into object, object into subject. Yeah, but here while changing passive, we must see first of all object is MR being plus B3. Okay, past participle, it is also known as past participle by preposition plus subject, interchange. Yeah, now my dear students, object plus is MR being B3 by plus subject. For example, Prakash is painting the picture, Prakash is painting the pictures, and you must know about this object is singular or plural. When it is singular, you write is, you have to take is. When it is plural, are, in the context of simple present tense. In simple past, was and were. In present perfect, has and have. Okay, yes. Now my dear students, you must know about the singular and plural form of the verbs. Subject verb agreement is important here, you have learned already in this class. Okay, now Prakash is painting the pictures, pictures plural, so we write This pictures object here, now it becomes subject. Okay. So with idea, the pictures are being painted by Prakash. The pictures are being painted by Prakash. Okay. Now look at here. The pictures are being, this word being, this being shows the continuous action. Yeah. Being shows continuous action. The pictures are being painted. Being painted means continuous. Being painted. The pictures are being painted by Prakash. Who is painting? Yes, Prakash. Prakash is subject. He is a doer. He is a subject. He is a doer. He is doing the work. He is performing the work. Okay. And now we exchange in passive voice. Right. Prakash. Pictures are being painted by Prakash. Okay. Prakash is subject, my dear students. Okay. Now, and you see, my dear students, another thing, when we change what is there in our mind, passive form means all the time we should use by as a preposition. No, no, we don't use by all the times. It is used according to the verb. All the verbs don't take the by. You see, I am giving example. Look at here. She knows me well. Okay. She subject, knows verb. It is object. Only one object is there. She knows me well. Okay. She knows me well. Yes. Well is adjective. Well. Adjective well. She knows me well. Okay. Now this me should be changed into I. Pronoun. I am well known to her. She should be changed into her. My dear students, you can see one thing, just like while changing pronoun, we must change like this. I should be changed into me. Yes, we should be changed into us. Okay. She should be changed into her. He should be changed into him. They should be changed into them. This pronoun. I should be changed into me. While changing from active to passive, I should be changed into me. Okay. And we should be changed into us. And then after, she should be changed into her. He should be changed into him. And they should be changed into them. From passive to active also we have to change. Active to passive we are learning now. And finally, we have to change from passive to active. Sometimes we are asked to change in exam. It is the most important grammatical unit in our book, passive form. In different writings we find active sentences, passive sentences. But how to find out? If you go on reading at the deep level, you will find. You will be more conscious about the grammatical rules. Okay. So my dear students, you must go through the subject, verb, object, different determinant, parts of speech. Okay, different parts of speech. Pronoun is here. We have to change the pronoun. Yes, we are not supposed to change some words, some subject, just like nobody, somebody, anybody, anyone, which are not identified. Yeah, who is the particular person not identified. In that case, we don't write there after by, no agent, just full stop after the verbs. Nobody writes a letter, it is simple present. A letter is not written. Now it is changed into passive, my dear student. Okay, so we are learning about some of the verbs in English. They don't take by all the time. Yes, that's like when we change into active to passive, no always take to, none to. Satisfy take with. I am satisfied with my children. I am satisfied with my teachers. I am satisfied with my seniors. Marry, marry to, marry with. My dear students, when we see in the computer that is made by Microsoft company, American, so you will find married to, married to. Yes, when you see the British grammar, yes, then you will find married with. Yeah, we are following British, married with, but both are correct in grammar, no mistake. Yeah, married to, married with, married to, married with. Why to and with? American and British model. Yeah, American and British model. American say married to. Yeah, American, British English, they are different in their spelling, pronunciation, yeah, grammar. Three things, my students, mainly you have to notice. American and British English, they are different in pronunciation, spelling and grammar. Okay, my dear students. Okay, you must notice. Okay, because these things are, you know, coming again and again in writings, yeah, in language. If you see the language, yeah, you will find. If you go on deep level of learning. Okay, now, okay, for example, I have written some examples, my dear student. She knows me well. She knows me well. I am well known to her. This is used before the main verb, well known. Yeah, I am well known to her. Ram married Gita. Gita was married to Ram or with Ram. You can write both. Yes, married always it is past form. That's why was. If it is present, is or am or are. Yeah, but here we write here married. It is past form. That's why we write here. Gita is singular. That's why Gita was married to Ram or with Ram. Yes, my dear students, these are the general things you have to learn while learning active and passive voice. Okay, in active form the subject is important. Subject does the work. Okay, and passive object is important. Subject performs the action. Okay, yes, here action is important. Yeah, for example, this is marker. It is made by somebody else. Yeah, the somebody else is subject because he made this marker. Yes, and this marker is object because it is made by somebody else. All right. If you see the mobile is made by somebody else. That makers is a subject. Mobile, it is the outcome of the subject. Subject performance, performance. It is object. Yeah, it is direct object. Yeah, and direct object and indirect objects are there. And sometimes we find, my dear students, two object in the sentence. Yeah, two object also. First object, second object. Thus, like I am writing one example. Look at me. My father gave me money. Look at here. My father gave me money. Look at here. Yeah, my father gave me money. Here you find two objects. My father is subject. This gave is verb, transitive, because there is object. Two objects are there. It is object 1, object 2. Object 1, object 2. Yes. So you can change the passive according to first object, according to second object. You can make two passive sentences here. Two passive sentences, my dear student. And this gave is in past form, V2. Okay. So who is the subject here? My father. You can make sentence from object 1, object 2. According to object 1, okay, according to object 1, me should be changed into I. Yes, I, you can write I, it is past tense. I was given money by my father. It is first, according to first sentence. Okay, first object. And second, you can write second, money was given to me by my father. To me, you can extra use preposition there. Yes, first one, according to first object, I was given money by my father. Next, according to money, second object, money was given to me. Money was given to me by my father. Okay. In this way we can change the passive sentence having two objects, first object, second object, direct object, indirect object. Yeah, it is indirect object, it is direct object, indirect object. Okay, just like me, money, one is direct object, another is indirect object. Yes, money, direct object, indirect object. Yes. So my dear students, you can see two sentences, okay, in here. Okay. So once I would like to remind you from slide 1 please. Okay, slide 1. Yeah. Okay, this is active passive tense, present tense, present continuous. Next slide, slide 1. Yeah, it is also tense, active, passive. You have read simple present, yeah, active, passive, simple present. You have to see the verb, yes, and you have to see the passive also, active. I make a cake is made. Yes. Now next slide, slide first. Slide first. Okay, my dear students, you can see this structures yourself. Okay, yes, this structures yourself. You can read in YouTube also different grammars. You will find the voice, rule of voice, active and passive. All right. So let me see. When you are going to change active voice, we need active to passive. We need first of all verb, transitive verb. We need, because transitive verb takes an object to complete its meaning. Without object we cannot change into passive, right? And we need what? We have to change according to tense, just like simple present tense. Yeah, Sita writes a story. A story is written by Sita. Sita is subject, it is verb and object, only one object is there. She writes slowly. My dear student, she writes slowly. Can you tell me this sentence can be changed into passive? No, no, because there is no transitive verb, means there is no object. It is not transitive verb here. It is not taking an object. Okay, she writes slowly. Yeah, this sentence cannot be changed into passive because there is no object. There must be object to change into passive. All right. Yes, just like you see next, she writes an essay. This sentence can be changed into passive. An essay is written by her. Now here is object, an essay. That's why it is changed. It is not changed because there is no object after the verbs. Okay. Yes, my dear students, you can see another one. Just like you have to see whether the statement is positive or negative. Another things, most important things, when the given statement active form is positive or negative. Yeah, you have to find whether it is positive or negative, then only you start changing. Just like nobody writes a letter, it is negative sentence. So answer should be in negative, means passive should be in negative. Just like a letter is not written. We don't write by nobody. A letter is not written. A letter is not written. Okay, a letter is not written. Okay. Now, and in present continuous tense, how you have to change? There must be object, is, am, are, being, V3, by plus subject. Yes. Now, and you can say Prakash is painting the pictures. This is subject. It is main verb. It is helping verb, auxiliary verb, which is used before the main verb. My dear students, this verb, auxiliary verb, is helping to the main verb. Okay, but we have to see this painting. It is the main verb. Main verb should be changed into B3, past participle. B3 means past participle. Okay, just like Prakash is painting the pictures. The pictures are being. You have to remember this word being. Yes, the pictures are being painted by Prakash. Now it is passive. Okay, and some verbs are there, just like know, satisfy, marry. Okay, they take different prepositions while changing to passive, just like no take to, satisfy take with, and marry take with or to. Yes, and you have to change into passive, just like she knows me well, I am well known to her, I am well known to her. It is different, my dear students. It is asked in SC exam or final exam. You must remember, I knows, she knows me well, she knows me well, I am well known to her, I am well known to her. Next, Ram married Gita. Yes, suppose one example is here, Ram married Gita. Yeah, okay, if you see the Ramayana, Ram married Sita, but it is our example, that's why I have written Gita. Yes, now it is not that Rama and Ram, different Ram. Yes, so Gita was married to or with Ram. Why it is to or with? Both are wrong, both are right, both are right, and it is written according to British model or American model, my dear students. Okay, so this is the voice. And another one important sentence having two object. Yes, you can change into according to first object, according to second object. All right, just like my father gave me money. Me first object, money second object. According to first object, I was given money by my father. Okay, this is agent. Who gave money? Father. Who gave money? Father. Yes, and another according to second object, money was given to me. You can use extra preposition to. Money was given to me by my father. By my father. Okay, so my dear students, you have seen, you have read up to these examples. There are many examples of voice rules also, many rules are there. We have to go slowly. At least 3 days we have to read the voice. Then we can solve maximum sentences can be changed into active to passive. At least 3 days we have to read. 3 classes we need. Alright. So these are the general things we have read today. Simple present, present continuous, and some of the past tense also, but we need what? Simple present perfect also. In tomorrow's class I will dictate this, right? So my dear students, you have to revise this all. You go, okay, through the grammar book and revise. You will see voice, one of the most important unit of the grammar. Yes, out of 11, voice is one of the important. And while writing, in rhetoric writing, some of the important writings we have to write in passive, we have to write in active. Okay, some of the standard writing are also written in passive. Okay, now telling you this much, goodbye, see you tomorrow. Thank you.